Hello, good evening and welcome to the Competitive Edges Daily Current Affairs series. Today is 20th August 2026 daily. We are here to help aspirants of civil services, APPSC Group 1 and 2, UPSC, SSC, RRB, Bank PO exams, Police SI and Constables, Junior and Degree College lecturers. Let's dive straight into the news. Moving on to news related to National Aluminium Company Limited, NALCO, has supported the establishment of pilot plants in Odisha to extract valuable, rare earth elements from industrial wastes using patented processes. Background: the initiative aligns with India's push for self-reliance in critical minerals and sustainable industrial waste management. NALCO is India's largest public sector aluminum manufacturer. Projects utilize patented processes for research and development initiatives. Location of the pilot plants: Odisha. Focus is on extracting rare earth elements from industrial byproducts. Static GK NALCO headquarters is located in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. The second phase of the census, known as Population Enumeration (PE), is scheduled for February 2027. During which caste identities will be recorded. Background: the decadal census exercise was delayed due to the pandemic and administrative rescheduling. Phase 2 name: Population Enumeration. Scheduled date: February 2027. Primary inclusion: recording of caste identities. Constitutional references: Census is a union subject listed at serial number 69 of the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India. Growing deployment of Facial Recognition System (FRS) across India has raised concerns regarding privacy, accuracy, and surveillance. Background: FRS technology converts biometric patterns from video or images into algorithmic data for identification. Technology relies on biometric mapping and artificial intelligence. Widely deployed in airports, law enforcement, and public security projects in India. Key concerns include algorithmic bias, false positives, and lack of a comprehensive data privacy framework. The Office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, RG and CCI, has notified 40 questions, including 13 new data fields, for the upcoming census. Total notified questions: 40. Number of new data fields: 13, not present in Census 2011. Authority: Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. U.S. Ambassador to India and Special Envoy to South and Central Asia, Shri Sergio Gore, arrived in Srinagar to meet Chief Minister Shri Omar Abdullah. Background: high-level diplomatic visits to the region focus on administrative developments and regional connectivity. Visiting dignitary, Shri Sergio Gore, U.S. Ambassador to India. Key meeting: Chief Minister Shri Omar Abdullah in Srinagar. Additional itinerary: probable visit to Ladakh. Static GK: Shri Omar Abdullah serves as the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. The Census 2027 questionnaire mandates recording parents' religion and place of birth down to the village level alongside flexible options for caste declaration. Granularity: place of birth tracked down to the village level. Caste options provided: open field declaration, does not want to declare caste, and no caste. The Atlanta tool, utilizing advanced mathematics and artificial intelligence, has been introduced to detect software vulnerabilities and shield critical systems from cyber attacks. Tool name: Atlanta Argo. Technology base: advanced mathematics and artificial intelligence. Primary function: detection of software vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure. The Indian rupee rose by 1 paisa to 95.73 against the United States dollar, supported by Reserve Bank of India intervention. The rupee moved to 95.73 against the United States dollar. Support came from a fall in the dollar index and foreign institutional investor inflows. Higher crude prices and West Asia tensions exerted opposing pressure. Static GK, the Reserve Bank of India regulates the foreign exchange market in India under the Foreign Exchange Management Act. An industrial corridor has been announced to link Chennai, Coimbatore and Thoothukudi with infrastructure upgrades. The corridor links Chennai, Coimbatore and Thoothukudi. Infrastructure plans include elevated corridors, road upgrades, bridge widening and water, metro. The Maharashtra Cabinet cleared an allocation of Rs 6,477 crore for the Jayakwadi Irrigation Project Phase 2. Allocation amount is Rs 6,477 crore. Project aims to provide irrigation to around 1.31 lakh hectares. Covered districts include Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Ahilyangar, Beed, Parbhani and Nanded. The National Human Rights Commission sought a report from the Punjab government regarding no Independence Day celebrations in border schools. National Human Rights Commission asked for state-wise, district-wise and school-wise details. Inquiry focuses on the lack of Independence Day celebrations in Punjab border schools. Static GK, the National Human Rights Commission, is a statutory body established on 12 October 1993 under the Protection of Human Rights Act. Ahmedabad police busted an international cyber ring involved in a boss scam with cross-border links. Ahmedabad Police Commissioner revealed Pakistan and China links in the cyber ring. Accused were involved in providing one-time passwords to cybercriminals. The Tamil Nadu government extended maternity leave for the third child of women government employees to 365 days. Maternity leave increased from the existing 12 weeks to 365 days. Applicable to the third child of women government employees in Tamil Nadu. Karnataka emerged as the third highest contributor to pollution among southern states. Karnataka ranked as the third highest pollution contributor in southern India. The Kaveri Water Management Authority and Supreme Court intervened after Karnataka refused to release water due to reservoir shortages. Karnataka initially refused water release citing low storage levels in its reservoirs. Subsequent monsoon rainfall replenished reservoir storage levels, easing the immediate crisis. The dispute is adjudicated by the Kaveri Water Management Authority under Supreme Court oversight. Dr. Ashutosh Parida was announced as the recipient of the 47th Sarla Puraskar for his literary work titled Bishwas De Prithvi. Award received 47th Sarla Puraskar. Recipient Dr. Ashutosh Parida. Winning literary work Bishwas De Prithvi. The Sarla Puraskar is presented annually for outstanding literary achievement in the Oriya language. The Union Cabinet approved 4 railway multi-tracking projects and an NH22 upgrade with a total financial outlay of 9,450 crore rupees. Total financial outlay 9,450 crore rupees. Total railway expansion 410 kilometers. Projects include 4 rail multi-tracking projects and National Highway 22 upgrade. The Supreme Court expressed displeasure over repeated adjournments and delays by the Odisha government in deciding Dara Singh's remission application. The case involves the consideration of premature release and remission for convict Dara Singh. The Supreme Court pulled up state authorities for procedural delays. Remission falls under executive powers guided by constitutional provisions and jail manuals. Constitutional references. Article 161 of the Constitution of India provides powers to the governor for granting pardons, reprieves, respites, or remissions of punishment. The Union Government approved 3 key railway projects worth 7,221 crore rupees to enhance capacity and connectivity in Odisha. Total financial outlay 7,221 crore rupees. Number of projects 3 key infrastructure projects. Cuttack Paradeep project covers 72 kilometers with an estimated cost of 2,286 crore rupees. The Supreme Court directed the Union Government to detail comprehensive reform steps for the National Testing Agency to ensure foolproof examinations. Institution, National Testing Agency. Directive, equip the agency with robust infrastructure, skilled manpower and advanced technological capabilities. Objective, prevent examination leaks and systemic failures in national competitive tests. The Supreme Court of India sought a response from the Union Government and all states and Union territories regarding a plea for a centralized DNA and biometric identification system for missing and rescued children. The plea seeks a centralized system backed by statutory safeguards. Target groups include missing and rescued children across all states and Union territories. Involves collection of DNA and biometric data for identification purposes. Constitutional references, Article 21 of the Constitution of India, Right to Life and Personal Liberty. Union Minister for Home Affairs Shri Amit Shah chaired the Southern Zonal Council meeting in Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, focusing on center-state coordination and border security. Chaired by Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah. Held in Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu. Key focus areas include center-state coordination and regional border security. Static GK, zonal councils are statutory bodies established under the States Reorganization Act, 1956. There are 5 zonal councils in India: Northern, Central, Eastern, Western and Southern. Constitutional references, States Reorganization Act, 1956, Section 15. United States Envoy Sergio Gore praised security improvements in Jammu and Kashmir, indicating that Washington should reassess its travel warning for the region. Statement made by United States Envoy Sergio Gore. Focused on improved security gains in Jammu and Kashmir. Suggested reassessment of existing Washington travel warnings. The administration of Ladakh introduced a historic 4% horizontal reservation for outstanding sportspersons to secure their financial and employment future. Reservation percentage, 4% horizontal reservation. Target beneficiaries, outstanding sportspersons of the Union Territory of Ladakh. Announced by Lieutenant Governor Saxena to prevent talent drain due to financial insecurity. Static GK, Ladakh was constituted as a Union Territory on 31st October 2019 following the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act, 2019. Markets and public transport remained shut across multiple districts in Manipur as the governor travelled to Delhi amidst deliberations by the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding the National Register of Citizens. Affected districts include Imphal East, Imphal West, Torbal, Kaching, and Bishnupur. Government offices recorded thin attendance due to shutdowns. Central deliberation underway by the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding National Register of Citizens, NRC. The National Council of Educational Research and Training reconstituted its textbook development team for classes 11 and 12 Political Science, appointing Sandeep Shastri as lead. Target classes 11th and 12th Standard Political Science textbooks. Team led by Sandeep Shastri, Vice President of NEET Deemed University, Karnataka. Includes academics from diverse institutional backgrounds. Static GK, National Council of Educational Research and Training, NCERT, was established in 1961 by the Government of India. The Union Cabinet approved 4 multi-tracking railway projects valued at 9,450 crores rupees across 8 districts, spanning multiple states including Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Total financial outlay, 9,450 crores rupees across 8 districts. Includes 3rd and 4th railway lines between Gummidipundi, Andhra Pradesh, and Gudur, Tamil Nadu, covering 90 kilometers. Includes multi-tracking between Cuttack and Paradip, Badbandha, in Odisha covering 72 kilometers. A member of parliament questioned the ECI regarding whether voter databases were shared with the Delhi police for deploying facial recognition technology during protests at Jantar Mantar. The issue involves the use of facial recognition technology by the Delhi police. The deployment was reportedly admitted in the Supreme Court of India. The controversy surrounds potential privacy violations and data sharing by the ECI. Static GK. The ECI is a permanent constitutional body established under Article 324 of the Constitution of India. Constitutional references: Article 324, Article 21, Right to Privacy. Union Minister for Home Affairs Shri Amit Shah chaired the meeting of Southern Chief Ministers in Tamil Nadu to resolve interstate and center-state disputes. Background: zonal councils were established under the States Reorganization Act, 1956, to promote interstate cooperation and coordination. The meeting was chaired by Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah. It focuses on resolving issues between the centre and southern states' union territories. Tamil Nadu hosted the session. Static GK. There are 5 zonal councils in India: Northern, Central, Eastern, Western and Southern. The Union Home Minister is the common chairman of all zonal councils. Constitutional references: Section 15 to 22 of the States Reorganization Act, 1956. Political backing was announced for the tribal Satyagraha, opposing the Kenbetwa River interlinking project due to environmental and displacement concerns. The project affects 21 tribal-dominated villages. Approximately 4.6 million, 46 lakh, trees are projected to be impacted. The Panna Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh is directly affected by the submergence area of the project. Static GK. The Kenbetwa Link project is the first project under the National Perspective Plan for the interlinking of rivers in India. Recent medical studies highlighted that cannabis consumption during the 20s and 30s is linked to an earlier onset of psychosis and related spectrum of disorders. Cannabis use in early adulthood, 20s and 30s, accelerates psychosis. Psychosis is characterized by reality distortion. Schizophrenia represents the most severe and chronic form of psychosis. Static GK. Cannabis cultivation, production and sale in India are regulated under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, 1985. Concerns were raised regarding the impact of E20 petrol on older vehicles, with demands to reintroduce E10 petrol for legacy two-wheelers. E20 petrol contains 20% ethanol blended with gasoline. Critics argue that higher ethanol content damages older vehicle engines. Demands have been made to restore E10 petrol, 10% ethanol blend for older two-wheelers. Static GK. India has advanced its target for 20% ethanol blending in petrol to 2025 to 26 under the Ethanol Blending Program. The Jharkhand government cancelled 22 recruitment examinations and ordered probes into 23 others following extensive student protests over alleged irregularities. Total of 22 recruitment exams cancelled. Probes ordered into 23 additional examinations. Decision followed a 26-day student protest regarding JPSC and JSSC exams. Static GK. Jharkhand was carved out of Bihar as the 28th state of India on 15 November 2000. The Indian National Centre for Ocean Information Services issued a high swell search warning for coastal populations and fishermen along Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Issued by INCOIS. Targeted regions include coastal areas of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Involves intermittent gushing of seawater and high nearshore waves. Static GK. INCOIS is an autonomous body under the Ministry of Earth Sciences, located in Hyderabad, Telangana. Political debate erupted over the proposed census questionnaire provisions allowing respondents to either declare caste, select does not want to declare caste, or choose no caste. The questionnaire provides an open field to declare caste. Options include declining to state, does not want to declare caste, or registering no caste. Critiqued by political parties regarding administrative intent. Static GK. The census in India is conducted under the Census Act, 1948 by the Office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Constitutional references, Entry 69 of the Union List, 7th Schedule. Shri Pradeep Rai was elected as the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association following elections held on Tuesday. Elected post, President of the Supreme Court Bar Association. Winner, Shri Pradeep Rai. Election results were officially announced late at night after voting concluded. The Tamil Nadu government launched significant policy measures covering milk procurement, healthcare, and medical education. Milk procurement initiative benefits over 3.16 lakh milk producers. Encompasses targeted upgrades in regional healthcare infrastructure and medical education. Academic and political analyst Shri Sandeep Shastri has been appointed to lead the National Council of Educational Research and Training Textbook Panel. Panel Leader, Shri Sandeep Shastri. Current role of Leader, Vice President of NITI Deemed University, Karnataka. Governing Body, National Council of Educational Research and Training. Static GK, National Council of Educational Research and Training is an autonomous organization set up by the Government of India in 1961 to assist and advise the central and state governments on policies and programs for qualitative improvement in school education. The central government enhanced the pension income ceiling, directly benefiting a vast segment of retirees. New pension income ceiling, Rs 1,20,000. Total beneficiaries, over 20 lakh people. The Supreme Court of India pulled up the state government for failing to deal with encroachers in the Agasthyamlai region. Background: Agasthyamlai is a prominent mountain peak and biosphere reserve located in the Western Ghats, known for its rich biodiversity and endemic species. The Supreme Court of India pulled up the Tamil Nadu government regarding illegal encroachments. The issue pertains to the ecologically sensitive Agasthyamlai region. Agasthyamlai forms part of the Agasthyamlai Biosphere Reserve. Static GK, Agasthyamlai Biosphere Reserve spans across the states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala and was included in the World Network of Biosphere Reserves by UNESCO in 2016. The Supreme Court emphasized that waste management is the responsibility of every citizen, not just sanitary workers, and engaged younger generations to educate elders. The Supreme Court directed district collectors to engage with households and educational institutions. Focus is placed on involving Gen Z and Gen Alpha to build awareness on solid waste management. The court stressed individual responsibility in tackling urban solid waste. Static GK, solid waste management rules in India are enforced under the aegis of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The National Medical Commission proposed a unified licensing system allowing doctors to practice across India without separate state registrations. Background: previously, doctors registered with a specific state medical council had to seek separate registrations to practice in other states or union territories. Proposed by the National Medical Commission and the Ethics and Medical Registration Board. A single unique identification number will be allotted to doctors. Eliminates the requirement of fresh registration for practicing in another state or union territory after initial state medical council registration. Static GK, the National Medical Commission replaced the Medical Council of India in the year 2020. The Kerala Agriculture Department achieved a production of 2.52 lakh tons of vegetables as part of its Onam festival campaign. Total vegetable production reached 2.52 lakh tons. Initiative undertaken by the Kerala Agriculture Department. Timed specifically for the Onam festival seasonal demand. Static GK, Onam is the official state festival of Kerala, celebrated during the Malayalam month of Chingam. The Central Arid Zone Research Institute Tourism Park is actively conserving numerous endangered and exotic plant species across its sprawling campus. The park spans an area of 8 hectares. The area is distributed into 32 distinct blocks. Protects and grows 150 plant species including medicinal plants, cacti, succulents, and plants of Mexican origin. Static GK, the Central Arid Zone Research Institute is headquartered in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and operates under the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Preparations are underway for National Space Day celebrations organized by scientific research institutes in Hyderabad. National Space Day is scheduled to be celebrated on 22nd August. The program is organized by the G.P. Birla Archaeological, Astronomical and Scientific Research Institute. Organized in association with the Indian Society of Geomatics Hyderabad chapter. Static GK, National Space Day in India commemorates the successful landing of Chandrayaan-3 on the lunar surface. The government's decision to implement direct elections for urban local body chiefs has raised financial concerns while maintaining specific social reservations. Backward classes are allocated 33.33% reservations in direct elections. Involves direct elections for urban local body chiefs. Constitutional references, enabled by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, 1992, relating to urban local bodies, municipalities. Injuries sustained by protesters during demonstrations have reignited debates regarding the safety and necessity of pellet guns as non-lethal crowd control alternatives. 5 protesters sustained injuries, reviving security and human rights concerns. Focuses on finding effective non-lethal alternatives for crowd control. Court interventions are seeking greater accountability regarding alleged excessive force used against student protesters. Focuses on defining clear legal limits of permissible force by law enforcement. Aims to establish accountability for excesses against student demonstrators. New income tax measures target tax evasion, while granting provisions for small taxpayers to declare overseas assets. Targeted measures address undisclosed foreign assets. Small taxpayers receive specific windows for declaration to prevent harassment. The Supreme Court granted a 2-week deadline to the Indian Coast Guard to take a final decision regarding a woman officers commission. Attorney General Shri R. Venkatramani represented the Indian Coast Guard before the bench. The court mandated a decision within a strict time frame of 2 weeks. Constitutional references, Article 14, Right to Equality. Ladakh's leadership submitted a comprehensive charter of non-negotiable demands during a meeting in Leh, reflecting a region-centric consultative approach by the centre. Meetings held directly within Ladakh to address local administrative and constitutional concerns. Focuses on regional autonomy and developmental safeguards. The central government launched an outreach program targeting Gen Z youth across various universities. Union Education Minister Shri Pralhad Joshi and Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia assigned coordination responsibilities. Aims to bridge the gap between governance policies and university youth. Rights groups are demanding the inclusion of all 21 recognized disabilities in the upcoming Census 2027 for better policy formulation. Background: The Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act, 2016 recognizes 21 disabilities, expanding the earlier list of 7 categories. Total recognized disabilities under the law, 21. Target census year, 2027. Data inclusion impacts policy making, program design, and budgetary allocations. Constitutional references, Article 41 of the Constitution of India directs the state to secure right to work, to education and to public assistance in cases of disablement. A shutdown strike was observed across the Manipur Valley districts opposing certain census and National Register of Citizens policies. Affected districts include Imphal East, Imphal West, Toibal, Kaching, and Bishnupur. Impact: normal life, markets, educational institutions, and public transport remain shut. Moving on to news related to international. SMT Nirmala Sitharaman led an Indian ministerial delegation to Singapore for the 4th India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable, ISMR, to strengthen bilateral economic ties. Background: the ISMR platform explores new growth pillars such as digitalization, green economy, and advanced manufacturing. Event: 4th India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable. Led by SMT Nirmala Sitharaman. Objective: to explore new opportunities and strengthen the bilateral economic partnership. Ministry of External Affairs, MEA, Secretary reiterated India's consistent support for a negotiated two-state solution to resolve the Palestine issue. Spokesperson, MEA Secretary Rangnathan. Core position: negotiated two-state solution. Key concern expressed: grave humanitarian situation in Gaza. The United States delayed the implementation of 50% tariffs on Canadian imports following a last-minute trade negotiation pause. Proposed tariff rate 50%. Affected entity: Canadian imports to the US. Pause duration: 3-day extension for finalizing the trade agreement. France decided to expel 2 Iranian diplomats following an alleged assault on French diplomats. 2 Iranian diplomats expelled by France. Action follows an alleged assault on French diplomats. France cited its support for Iranian artists, scientists, and researchers as the underlying trigger. United States leadership stated no talks are planned with Iran, while Tehran confirmed the Strait of Hormuz remains shut. Conflict duration spans nearly 6 months following joint United States and Israel strikes on Iran. Tehran confirmed the Strait of Hormuz remains shut. The United Arab Emirates halted all trade and financial dealings with Iran following recent missile attacks. United Arab Emirates halted all trade, commercial exchanges, and financial transactions with Iran. Measures enacted in response to regional missile attacks and escalations. Bangladesh indicated it may seek international legal recourse and a formal guarantee clause as the 1996 Ganges Water Sharing Treaty nears its expiration. The existing bilateral agreement is the Ganges Water Treaty, signed in 1996. The treaty is approaching its expiry, prompting renewed negotiations. Dhaka seeks a specific guarantee clause to ensure minimum water flows during the lean season. India assured a warm welcome for Tariq Rahman, amidst specific diplomatic demands from Dhaka concerning extradition and accountability. Dhaka placed 2 main demands regarding the visit of Tariq Rahman. Demands include the extradition of former Bangladesh Prime Minister SMT Sheikh Hasina. Demands also include handing over the killer of student leader Sharif Usman Hadi. Union Minister SMT Nirmala Sitharaman led a key ministerial team to Singapore for the India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable, ISMR, to deepen bilateral trade and investment ties. Led by Union Finance Minister SMT Nirmala Sitharaman. Held alongside the India-Singapore Business Roundtable. Aimed at strengthening bilateral economic cooperation and trade frameworks. Union Ministers SMT Nirmala Sitharaman and Shri Piyush Goyal visited Singapore to enhance bilateral trade, investment, and technology partnerships. Delegation led by key union ministers including SMT Nirmala Sitharaman and Shri Piyush Goyal. Focus areas include investment, market access, and technology collaboration. Engagements include both government-to-business and business-to-business formats. OpenAI decided to slow down the rapid deployment of advanced artificial intelligence infrastructure and tools following a recent cyber attack. Development pace slowed due to security concerns and cyber attack incidents. OpenAI remains a primary developer in global artificial intelligence infrastructure. The sector has been characterized by intense international competition akin to an arms race. Static GK, OpenAI is headquartered in San Francisco, California, United States. Iran's armed forces warned Gulf nations against providing support or facilitation to United States forces during military operations. Iran's armed forces issued an official warning to Gulf countries. Any facilitation or support to U.S. forces will be treated as direct participation in American military operations. Chinese firms secured limited shipments of advanced artificial intelligence processors despite ongoing technological export restrictions. Firms involved, ByteDance and Tencent. Each firm received approximately 10,000 H200 processors in recent weeks. Additional Chinese technology firms are expected to secure similar shipments soon. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services announced new green card rules effective 18 September 2026. Effective date, 18 September 2026. Issuing authority, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Objective, ensure immigrants remain self-sufficient rather than reliant on taxpayer-funded benefits. Israel conducted airstrikes on the Abu Duhur air base in Syria to prevent a reported Turkish military deployment. Target location, Abu Duhur air base in Syria. Stressing parties, Israel, Turkey, and Syria. Objective of strike, prevent alleged Turkish military deployment. India announced plans to construct a hospital in the West Bank and seek deployment of a field hospital in Gaza amidst ongoing regional conflicts. Initiative, construction of a hospital in the West Bank. Additional action, proposal to deploy a field hospital in Gaza. Diplomatic context, Palestinian ambassador advocated for halting illegal Israeli settlements in the West Bank. Authorities removed unauthorized structures outside the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi, following similar actions by Pakistani authorities in Islamabad. Action occurred 3 days after security barricades were dismantled outside the Indian High Commission in Islamabad. Involves diplomatic missions of India and Pakistan. The United States implemented expanded public charge rules starting 18 September for green card applicants. Evaluation criteria include financial resources, family circumstances, age, health, education, employment, and skills. The use of means-tested public benefits is factored into the assessment. The Palestinian envoy expressed hope that the India-built specialty hospital in the West Bank will be operational within 2 years. Project timeline expected completion within 2 years. Announced by External Affairs Minister Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar. Projects include a specialty hospital, an artificial limb fitment center, and a vocational training institute. Moving on to news related to state, Andhra Pradesh. The United States of America imposed safeguard duty on quartz imports, severely affecting the quartz industry in Andhra Pradesh. Quartz is extensively used in applications such as solar glass, silicon and ferrosilicon production, and semiconductor-related applications. The U.S. safeguard duty directly impacts quartz exporters from Andhra Pradesh. Affected products include fused quartz and crucibles utilized in high-tech manufacturing. The Union Cabinet cleared the long-pending Gummidi-Pundi to Gudur 3rd and 4th Railway Line project. The project was cleared by the Union Cabinet following representations by Member of Parliament Dr. Gurumurthy. Union Minister for Railways is Shri Ashwini Vaishnav. The project aims to decongest traffic and improve rail connectivity between Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh authorities requested Telangana to stop power generation from the Srisailam reservoir due to insufficient water storage. The primary objection raised is the critically low water level insufficient to meet regional drinking water needs. Srisailam reservoir is built across the Krishna River. Water sharing disputes frequently arise between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana over joint irrigation projects. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu distributed a compensation cheque of 200 crores rupees to evacuees of the Veligonda project. Amount distributed in current tranche, 200 crores rupees. Total compensation paid so far by the government, 518 crores rupees. Beneficiaries, evacuees and displaced families of the Veligonda project. Minister Shri Nara Lokesh addressed the Andhra Pradesh Assembly regarding misinformation surrounding water and environmental needs for Google's investments in Visakhapatnam. Google's investment proposal drew significant industrial interest for Visakhapatnam. The state government refuted claims regarding excessive water consumption and environmental hazards by the data centers. State leadership highlighted unprecedented irregularities in Group 1 examinations, impacting recruitment credibility. Addressed issues concerning the recruitment process for senior state officials. Highlighted the compromise on the credibility of public service examinations. The National Dam Safety Panel praised the Hyderabad Disaster Response and Assets Protection Agency model for lake restoration, boundary protection, and environmental preservation. The model focuses on protecting lake boundaries and public assets. It aims at preserving the surrounding ecosystem and preventing encroachments. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu is set to inaugurate the Veligonda project to fulfill a 30-year demand of the Western Prakasam district. Fulfills a 30-year pending aspiration of people from the erstwhile Prakasam district. Located in the western sector of Andhra Pradesh. The Andhra Pradesh Assembly passed a bill to enable direct elections for mayors and municipal chiefs to ensure a stronger public mandate. Aims to secure faster decision-making for urban development. Introduces direct democratic mandate for civic body leadership. The decision to close the Andhra University Startup Centre drew criticism from entrepreneurs and academics over its impact on the innovation ecosystem. Critics argue the move undermines the spirit of the National Education Policy 2020. Located at Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Minister Shri Nara Lokesh countered water scarcity concerns, stating that the upcoming artificial intelligence hub in Visakhapatnam will drive green growth and employment. Visakhapatnam is being developed as a major artificial intelligence and data center hub in Andhra Pradesh. The initiative focuses on sustainable infrastructure and green growth principles. Minister Shri Nara Lokesh announced the construction of own buildings for 37 degree colleges and model libraries across all 175 constituencies in Andhra Pradesh. Number of degree colleges getting own buildings, 37. Model libraries to be established in all 175 Legislative Assembly constituencies of Andhra Pradesh. Minister Shri Nara Lokesh advocated for a major overhaul of higher education in Andhra Pradesh with legislative bills passed unanimously. Legislative status, all related bills were passed unanimously in the Assembly. Objective, structural and administrative reforms in the higher education sector. This is all for now. Let us meet again in the next session of Current Affairs. Until then, test your knowledge by attempting quizzes. If our resources are useful to you and think may benefit your friends, well-wishers and neighborhood, share the links to them. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss latest updates. Also coming soon on our channel, General Studies series, Arithmetic and Mental Ability series, and Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning. Stay tuned.